Hey, 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 what's going on, everybody? We got
Hey,
sound. Let me go ahead and freaking put this in. All right, I got everybody on my end. How's the sound on you guys then?
what?
Good to go.
Good. So we can only edit so much out of this because it's a live deal. So if you're just arriving, I want to welcome everybody to our My Dream Team webinar hangout. I'm Scott Lindstrom. I'll be your MC tonight. And what we got for you folks is 5 guys, and right now I got 2 here myself, that came together by fate. And I got to tell you that this is a story that's going to be absolutely awesome. Well, we're not going to share the whole story tonight, but 5 complete strangers. We did not know each other, 2.5 weeks ago, and now here we are, right now, working together, making this thing, and we're learning, we're training, and we're helping a bunch of people. So we're just all excited to be here tonight, and I got some content, and I'm sure that the other guys got some valuable information to share. And this is going to be just kind of like a basic little roundtable session. We all got different viewpoints of marketing, and we've got some great value to share, and that's what it's about. We're just giving it back to y'all. We're just giving it back to everybody out there. There's a great mentor of ours, Mr. Higdon, says, invest, learn, and teach. Well, we've invested, we've learned, and now we're ready to teach. So with that, I'd like to ask, is there anybody here that wants to go ahead and go first? And, I'll try to keep an eye on the Q&A. Let me go ahead and open that up. And if there's anybody that has any questions, hey, go ahead and fire it away, and we'll go ahead and answer any questions at the end of this.
I'll give Miguel all the pressure and let him go first.
Look at this guy.
No worries, no pressure at all. Guys, this is fun. This is super fun. For everybody that's new here, if you don't know me, I'm Miguel Fuentes. I'm from Denver, Colorado. I'm a lot like you guys. If you don't know me, I found network marketing a couple of years ago, and like so many other people, I got online and I wanted to figure out how to make this work online. Like, how do I do that? I know there's a way, and I did a lot of things wrong. I'll just tell you right now, I was messaging people with I'm looking for 2 people that want to make 6-figure incomes, happy face. Like, what? Like, I did a lot of that. I was a spammer. I was spamming links. I did a lot of things just not right. And it went on like that for a very long time, for, I don't know, until I found this community that I'm now a part of, that Scott's a part of, that Chris is a part of. That changed everything. Not only, guys, since I came back from Live the Dream 6, I've had 2 people sign up in my affiliate program, MLSP, as mastery members. I recruited 1 person into my primary MLM, and it just keeps coming. People just keep coming to me. It was a transformational experience in this community. So pay close attention, folks. Watch these people that are on this webinar right now. Watch Scott, because I'll tell you right now, this guy is smart. If you don't know who Scott is yet, you got to go check him out. You got to go check out Chris. I've got so much gratitude for these 2 guys right now for putting this all together. They really are the masterminds. They are the brains behind the Dream Team. And this is going to be big. This is going to be epic. If you're watching this right now, you are in the right place at the right time right now to start winning and succeeding in your business today. So pay attention. Pay attention, guys. Like, this is kind of some of the content that I brought with me tonight. I really wanted to talk about kind of those early days. Like, for me, when I started out, I came online and I was spamming and I was trying to figure it out, and nothing was going right offline either. My phone calls weren't working out. I wasn't recruiting anybody. It was pretty stale. And, it took me a long time to figure out why. It was because I had clutched it so hard I saw that vision, and I knew I was in, and I knew this was something that was going to happen, and I had this white knuckle grip on it. I absolutely had to control it and hold it, and that was the thing that, I don't know if you've ever noticed this about spam or anything else. It is that white knuckle grip. It is that very I need feeling. That's exactly what spam is. It's that I need to have somebody now. I need to get somebody today. I need to make some money now. And you know, I totally understand that. That happens to a lot of people. People don't join network marketing because they have too much money. I'll tell you right now, that just doesn't happen. People don't join network marketing because they're already super healthy and they're already doing the things that they want to do. They have too much time. That's not why anybody joins network marketing. I'm going to have a little guest here. He's coming down here in a second. This is my little man who might come down here. It looks like he got curtailed somewhere. He might make an appearance, guys, so if you guys see him, he's awesome. He's my son. His name's Ethan. He's almost 4. He's very inquisitive, asks lots of questions and whatnot. Anyway, let's get back to what I was talking about. It's kind of like when you have that white knuckle grip and you're out there and you want to succeed and win so freaking bad that nothing is above you doing. And really this comes back because I had a prospect recently come to me. I didn't go to him. He called me and was like, tell me what you're doing. So we got into it. I come to find out he's been in network marketing before in 2 different companies and cannot stand the taste of rejection. Like, he was taking it personally. And this is why, because he had that grip on it. He absolutely had that grip on that he has to win now. I have to win today. And when you have that, you create spam. You create negativity. It pushes people away. This is the sales breath that you're always hearing about a lot, about when people have that sales breath and you automatically think, because that's what I thought at first. I'm like, that's not me. I don't have sales breath. I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. I think I know what I'm doing. You know, no success. People ask you, well, what did your check look like? Well, you know, not so blah blah blah. So you got to learn to let go. This is a marathon. It's not a sprint, especially on the internet. It takes time to build. It takes time to develop the skills. And if you can hang in there long enough, you will start seeing the success. Like right now, I'm hanging out with 2 guys that are rock stars, and I'm privileged to be doing that tonight because, you know what, before, you know, maybe I didn't hang out with the right people that were really interested in my success, but these 2 guys are. Like Scott, I totally believe in Scott. Chris is on fire right now, and it is just, you got to connect with these guys. Anyway, so that's kind of my message. When you start to let go of that need, that desire to hold on to your success, that's when it's going to come to you. And I'll tell you what, this will do amazing things for your posture. This will do amazing, amazing things for your posture when you let go of that outcome. When you realize and you finally let go of it, and you know within your heart because you believe it, and you know within your skill set that there are 1 billion people out there, and you're going to find someone else, someone different. And when you say some will, some won't, who cares, you'll actually mean it. And people will actually believe it because they'll see your posture and they'll see you walking. And when you start walking, you know what happens? People want to follow you. They want to follow you. They don't want to be left out. And they're like, that guy is going somewhere. That really is a key to leadership. I mean, like take Scott for right now. We get back from Live the Dream. He decides to make this group. He starts putting it together, get going. Honestly, guys, I was like, what is this guy up to? I don't know what he's doing, but I was curious, and I wanted to go find out. I was messaging him. I was like, Scott, what are we doing, man? You got to tell me. You got to fill me in here. And then, you know, he filled me in, and it was a great freaking idea. I'm all on board. I'm just so excited to be here today, guys, and it's going to be amazing. See, that was kind of the first thing that I wanted to say. I don't know, Scott, did you tell the story at all about how all this came about? And how you guys kind of came up with the idea? No? Okay.
You're a great storyteller, so you just go ahead, man.
Okay.
From your perspective.
We're actually, it all kind of started with Chris because he pulled us together and we roomed together for Live the Dream 6. And when you have a peak experience with somebody like that, you bond with them. It happens. You just bond with them. You go like that. Exactly, Chris. It just meshes together and you instantly become friends. I don't know if you guys have ever, you probably have some friends like that too, where you've just had so much fun together you could never imagine or never see yourself like leaving those people. Like, I'll always remember that. So, I mean, it was, Live the Dream 6 was amazing. If you guys didn't get out to it, that's, you know, I'm sorry. Look forward to Live the Dream 7.
Yeah.
If you want to connect with any of us guys here, we can help you get there. We can totally help you get there. Maybe even get you a replay. So yeah.
I think you froze.
What happened?
Oh, there you are. There you are.
My computer.
Rewind like 10 seconds, bro.
Oh man, now we've got some some real tech difficulties going on. There we go.
Building the suspense. When's he gonna come back?
Yeah. Awesome,
Oh my gosh.
awesome. Love it, guys. Love it. I was listening to a training today, and I just want to share an analogy with you that blew my mind. And it was talking about this same idea about letting go of that outcome and that will improve your posture. Because when you let go and you know that there's more people and you have the skill to get them, you're gonna be able to have that posture with people and walk away. It's not gonna bother you. You don't care. You're ready to roll. And it was likened to a roller coaster because there's gonna be these ups and downs in your business, and it's all in how you look at it. For some people, a roller coaster is a freaking blast. You put your hands up and you scream all the way down, all the way up. You get to the top and you're looking forward to the dip and you're like, here it comes, and it's the most fun thing ever. Some people, they grab it and they hold on and they're like, oh my God, I'm gonna die. And then they don't die. Nobody really dies. It's been, the roller coaster's 1,000 million freaking runs, and just because you're on this roller coaster on this particular day, all of a sudden it's gonna derail. There's been it's likened to like a lot like network marketing. There's been 1 million people that have gone before you and been successful, had full-time incomes, done the things that you're dreaming about, and because you're on the roller coaster, now it's gonna derail. It's just not true. It's just not true. So I feel like I'm blabbing here, guys. I really do.
Yeah, you're awesome, man. You're on a roll.
I'm gonna throw this over to Chris, guys. I'm super pumped to be here and so freaking grateful for you guys for putting this together. I've just been watching it. It's just ever since I started promoting this, it's just been like become an obsession for me. And I'm a bit of an obsessive guy, if you hadn't noticed. I tend to get a little excited about stuff and really I can be a little mouthy at times.
Hey, your passion and your energy is coming through, and I love it. We need passionate people in this world. Definitely one of them. So keep bringing that. All right, I'm so happy and thankful to be on this webinar with you guys because, hey, my initial idea with filling the room up with you guys was to save money and to knock the hotel costs down, make the trip more cost effective, all of that stuff. Like Brian Finale says, 6 people to a room with Nutri-Grain bars. That's basically exactly our story. And I had no idea that I'd be running into the coolest people ever. And Jeff Olson likes to say the party after the party. Well, after the training during the actual event, we would go back up to our hotel room. We had mastermind, and we would have an absolute blast. And it was like no matter where we were during the event, we were just having so much fun. And that's why we're here, because we want freedom, we want all the things that we have goals for. But this is supposed to be fun. It's not supposed to be painful. It's not supposed to be this thing that you drag yourself to. you know, that's what your job is for, dragging yourself to your job so you can have your paycheck, so you can pay the bills. But what we're doing right now, it's about having fun. It's about living. And it's not about necessarily where you go, but who you go with. And I couldn't be more jacked up that I'm going on this journey with Miguel and Scott. I mean, So I'm going to go into my story a little bit just to give you some light on who I am and what's going on. So I discovered network marketing in 2010. I actually was doing a workout program with my brother. I was living with him at the time. And at the time, I had the idea of going into the Air Force. That was my goal back then. And in order to not get annihilated in boot camp, I wanted to get fit and get in shape. And my brother, he invited me to do a fitness program with him, and I was open to it. So I said, sure, let's do this thing. We did the program, and things were going cool, all that. And then I discovered that this particular company had an MLM aspect to it. And I had never heard of it, didn't know what MLM stood for, but I saw the clips of the previous conference that they had the last year, and it was like, what is this thing? This is so cool! I was so used to the job world where everyone, they're in it for themselves. It's someone wins by stepping on somebody else. But when I discovered network marketing, it was people win by helping each other win. This was not a mindset I was used to, and everyone's happy and everyone's So it's like, what is this? And so, I did the typical thing that network marketers do. They're so excited, they're so pumped up about their product and opportunity that they jump on social media and they're like, hey guys, here's my thing. It's so cool. It's breakthrough. It's ground floor. It's revolutionary, and all those buzzwords. And I was smacking the company name everywhere. I was being that pitchy, hypey, salesy guy. And I struggled online for years, okay? But because I had a vision of what I want my life to be, your pain pushes you until your vision pulls you. It was one of those things to where I knew something out there I knew there was something out there that I just had to stay in the game long enough to find it. And we were brought together at Live the Dream, which was My Lead System Pro's annual event. And I tell you, the stuff I've learned in the last 5 or 6 months or so has been more than the combined 5 years of being in this industry. Because when you pitch and when you offer your product or service or whatever you have going on with social media saying, please join my team, buy my stuff, you're making it about you. You're making it about me. What can I get out of this? Who can I sell? Who can I get? But this leadership platform that we're all a part of, Miguel and Scott and I, it teaches you how to be a benefit, be of value to the marketplace, so that you're not hunting down people, you're not shoving down your samples down people's throats at the mall. You're actually attracting people to you. People that I've never heard of contact me on my Facebook fan page, and they're like, dude, I need help. And I'm like, awesome, I get to know someone new, and chances are they are now where I was. And if there's something that I'm more passionate about than the actual industry, it's helping others in the industry. That's why I wake up. I go to my job to pay the bills and all that stuff, but I do this because this is my passion, it's my purpose, it's why I'm here. And Live the Dream, when leaders say go to events, I would listen to them, because I went to Live the Dream and I knew this profession was real, I knew the dream was alive, but when I went there, it was just like the support that I've gotten here, success felt so far away. It felt way over there. These leaders, they felt like they were 50 feet tall. But when I went to this event, not only did I meet these two gentlemen, but I met the leaders that I look up to, love, and respect. And guess what? They're people too. What they did was they became leaders of value. They put value into the marketplace to educate, their niche. And it's hard to describe how rewarding it is to be a teacher. And like Miguel mentioned earlier, invest, learn, teach. we stepped up because we take our business seriously. We may not take ourselves seriously all the time, hashtag, but we take our business seriously, okay? So we invest in our education because free is the most expensive strategy. I'm telling you, I struggled for years because I hopped on free webinars and that was it. You know, when they offered a course for sale at the end of the webinar, I'm like, I'm not gonna spend any money. I'm gonna do. I want to be $1 million earner for free. You know, check out how that worked out. So I invested in my education, in my tools, in my mindset because without this, everything else doesn't matter. So I'm so thankful I found this community and these guys because I'm telling you, it's one thing to be in network marketing and to have a business, but it's another to be part of a community that pushes you, that lifts you up, that inspires you, motivates you. And not only that, but they want you to become leaders like them. And, you know, the three of us on this webinar right now, we are here because we care about you. We want to help you out in your business, and that's what gives us joy. Of course, we like building our business, but we, at least for me, and I know for these guys, I really get my kicks out of helping fellow network marketers grow their business, especially because of all the pain that I've gone through. I want to save someone those years of pain that I went through with the education I have now so that they can, you know, hopefully skip all the pain and they can be rocking and, you know, they can drop the boomski. So.
Drop the boomski.
Boom. To the ski.
Drop the Chris Boomski Garcia, brother.
What?
That's awesome. That's so cool. Ooh, man, oh man. So, how's it been since you got back, Chris?
Oh my gosh.
Because I got to tell you, you were the belle of the ball, brother. You were. Everybody wanted to get close to Chris Garcia. They were like, man, I got to go talk to that guy. Chris Garcia on stage with Diane Hockman getting interviewed. Are you kidding?
Oh my gosh. It was so surreal because I went there to gush on leaders, but I actually ended up being gushed on, which was, you know, I'm posting in the company group every 5 minutes, so it's impossible to not know who I am, I guess, as Samantha pointed out to me, which was funny. But
you know, Chris, can I ask you? Go ahead, brother. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, I was no. Go ahead and finish what you're saying there.
Oh, okay. So, you know, I'll really tell you because having everyone that I love and respect come up to me and tell me, you know, how much I'm crushing or rocking or whatever, that was cool. But what it really did for me was there was still a part of me where this was still about me. You know, I want to go to this event tour and training so I can grow my business, so I can, you know, there's a little bit of me in there. But as people were coming up to me and they were telling me their stuff about how I'm inspiring them and that kind of thing, it was like, okay, the shift focused from me to I really need to bring it now because not only do I want to continue inspiring the people that I have, keep serving them, but I want to serve and inspire more people that I haven't been in contact with. So it's for me, all the education and support that I've gotten, it has served as, this isn't a bad thing, but it's become a responsibility and obligation for me to pass on everything that I've learned so that, because the first 5 years of me doing this, I was craving a leader that would tell me what's going on. And for me, the guy that I love and adore, Ray Higdon, he became that leader for me. So my mission, especially after Live the Dream, has been to become the leader that I was craving for so many years. So if I can help someone bypass all the stuff that I went through, all this has been a success.
Absolutely. Love it. That's awesome.
So to answer your question in short, it was surreal and it was interesting.
You know, I really enjoy your posts on Facebook as they're coming through the feed and whatnot. Like, what would be some tips that you would give somebody to help them make some great posts on Facebook that people are going to get interested in?
100%. My number one tip for that is to post from the heart and have the benefit of your audience in mind. because like you touched on earlier, the whole spamming thing.
Mm-hmm.
Spamming, it comes from a place. It comes from a selfish place of wanting to make you money and serving you. But if you come from a place of passion where you want to serve your audience and empower them, then your post will come off as I want to help you and not sell to you. And the funny thing about giving value is once you do it enough times, people will come to you and they'll want to buy from you anyway because they see you as a leader that they want to work with.
Awesome. Awesome. Scott, I got to hear this story, buddy. How did you come up with this idea?
Well, you know, I mean, I'm getting too much credit for all this. I just took massive action. You know, I was listening to one of the speakers who was Lisa Torres, and she was just totally rocking it, man. And she says, "You guys got to make a tribe. That's where it's at. That's where the community's at. That's where you're going to serve the most people at." And I was like, "Yeah, I got to make a tribe. I'm going to do that as soon as I get home." And what better place to start, man, than with the 5 people that we were with, I believe, yeah. And I just put this all together. You know, we've got a great Facebook group so that where we can go ahead and have the people that we bring in to go ahead and share in a great environment. They can post stuff. They can go ahead and mingle with each other. I mean, just the feeling of community, you know, and that's within the MLSP community. And of course, then we're doing these hangouts like we are right now, to where we can go ahead and introduce new people to our group and also serve the ones that are also a part of us and a part of our group right now. So, I mean, by doing that, you know, we're not only learning what we're learning on webinars and trainings, you know, Monday through Thursday, but then we're going to go ahead and dispense the information and just bring it to everybody on Friday. And that's where I came up with this great idea. And I was like, right on, that we need to do this. So here we are, the first webinar, first hangout. We've got 30 minutes left, and you know, so far so good.
It's working, man. It's working.
I know.
I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Awesome, awesome.
Good dream.
You know, go ahead.
Oh, that was it.
Done with. All right. So anyway, guys, I mean, you know, to share that experience with Live the Dream, and where here we are 2 weeks after the event, you know, look at the momentum that's happened in our businesses. Look at where we've progressed from where we were before. I mean, it's just like this huge gap, and it just keeps widening. I feel like this great rush and this wave that's pushing myself, and I see it pushing a bunch of other people, and it's just continuing. And you're just gaining this momentum speed. It's really undescribable, really. I mean, I know that where we're going to be sitting at is a year from now is completely different from where we were 2 weeks ago. Don't you agree with that?
Absolutely.
The momentum, just even in our, and for me, that event was transformational. For me. It was, you know, and it mostly becomes because I really committed to doing it. Like, I planned to do that event, and for me it was the biggest event of the year for me. And I go to events. I go to my company events. I go to other events. I'm always looking. And I mean, just because I'm very open, I love to learn from other people. It's the very first thing that I do when I meet somebody is I clam up. I'll ask them a question and I'll be quiet and listen and see what they got to say, because you never know. You meet some amazing people when you do that. I mean, God forbid you get me on a roll, though, because then you just can't get me to shut up sometimes. I will just talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk. But I mean, for me, that event, I mean, I couldn't even believe. I mean, it was the posture that I took away the most from that event. And just rubbing elbows with the leaders. And like Chris said, you know, you find out that they're just real people. They're real people with real lives. They had jobs. They did all the stuff that we are doing and have done as well. And when they're off stage, they're the nicest people. You just can go right up to them, talk to them, have a conversation, whatnot. But the thing that I noticed is when it's time to work, or they're talking about marketing or their work, it's a serious thing. It's not a game to them. That is a serious serious topic. And a lot of people, I feel like a lot of people really haven't developed that sense yet, because they're still just playing with it. They haven't really made the decision to move forward. And for me, that event was that decision. I mean, we all have heard the idea that, people make big decisions at big events. And it's true. And it's true for a reason. And for me, that observation that, you could be sitting there BSing with a leader, but the second you get them on camera, it's like, it's time to talk. I'm going to drop some serious stuff on you. Here we go. I've got some value. Let's go. And that was like a huge thing for me to notice and partake in. And just as I'm rubbing elbows with them, I had to be a little bit careful, because I know if I ask a technical question, I'm going to get a technical answer. and that's gonna shift the weight of the encounter. You know what I mean? And a lot of the things that we've learned here in My Lead System Pro, especially on how to approach, a leader, and how to essentially just, influence them. Not even influence them, but serve them. Because a lot of the times, and I'm sure you guys have seen this too, like people go up to the leaders and they want something. They want something. But how do we distinguish ourselves in their eyes? And that is to become of service, just the same way that we've become of service to our community, to our followers, to our fans, to all the people that are out there. We've become service to them. And we need to be doing the same thing for the people that you want to work with. You become of service. I boiled this down, and I learned this a while back, and it kind of came down to 3 things, and it became my mantra. If you guys watch my Instagram at all, you've probably noticed it. I have a logo on there, and it pops up every now and again, and it says, "Have heart, take action, and go in service." So what that actually means is, man, you got to have a big heart. You got to be tough as nails. You cannot quit. You got to pay attention. You've got to be strong on the inside. You got to be strong, so you got to have some heart. And none of that even matters if you can't take action. It's like Scott said. He just came back and took massive action. Look at that guy. He looks tired. But he's loving it. Look at him. He's rocking it out over there. But boy, he looks a bit tired. I mean, I've watched him just working, and he's like, oh man, I got the pages together, and now the Twitter thing's together. We got our hashtag, and we're doing this. And I just showed up, and I'm like, I get to play on your stage, bro. So, you got to take some massive action, and that shift. Like that shift I was telling you about when I right there. Right on, Scott. That is.
Sorry, you were saying.
Yeah. Was that my cue? Was that my cue to let someone else talk for a little while?
No, man. We're already going to get to the training tonight. For everybody that wants the actual training that I actually have planned, where we're going to do the 5 webinar secrets that you need to go ahead to have a successful presentation, we're going to put that in our YouTube training, so you can go back there after this webinar is over and check it out.
Oh, go ahead, by all means, brother.
No, I don't want to. We're on a roll, man. I'm inspired, man. Keep it up. We're doing great.
Okay.
Where's the timer? Where's the timer?
What? Oh, was I supposed to set a timer on my phone? 10 minutes only?
I'm just messing with you. If anything, I need a timer because I can talk all day if someone lets me.
I warned you guys. Right up front. I was like, look, I tend to have a big mouth at times, and if you don't stop me, I'll just keep going.
It's all good. It's all good. We love it.
And this is awesome. It's like like when Bert Bledsoe was on stage and he was really talking about how he would make some money or something. He's like, I made $5, yeah, and then go and tell his wife.
Actually, it was 33 cents.
Yeah. If you get enough 33 cents in a row, that's $3. That's a burger.
Yeah.
He's all, if you go ahead and tell me you've got another 33-cent commission, I'll punch you in the forehead.
Well, I won't tell you about my 66-cent commission then.
Yeah, right? Like that's like I identified with that so much because I've told my wife, I'm like, yes, I got a commission, and she's like, is it more than the $5? Because I was really using the Instagram funnel, the $5 entry Instagram funnel, and yeah, I would tell her about it a lot, and she was not appreciating my notifications of $4.
Tell you. The first time I got a $3 commission for a Mastery 10-day trial, that was the sweetest $3 I've ever made.
Right? You're like, yes, yes, it's working.
This is real.
Then you go buy a cup of coffee or sandwich or something, you're like, oh yeah.
Posture, baby.
Tastes sweeter by the second.
That person just said no to me. It's okay. I just got a $3 commission. Boom ski.
Yeah. Love it. I love it. I love it. That's awesome. That's so cool.
And it turns out that at the events, am I echoing?
A little bit. Your feed
It's
was
just a little
acting kind
choppy.
of funny earlier, a little too.
Okay. Sounds better now. Okay. It turns out that the same approach for walking up to a leader and the prospect is the same. It's literally like this. Hi. Like, hey, who knew being a human being would work?
It's like, I don't know, I can't, I'll go over there.
What do I say? What do I pitch? Do I talk about the product or the opportunity? Just say hi.
Are you selling some drugs there, bro? That actually happened to me one time. Man, early on, I called a guy, and like we're in the same group of friends, and it kind of rumored back around to me. They're like, "Is Miguel selling drugs or something?" He's not really. He's calling me up and trying to talk to me about something, but I don't know what it is.
What is it?
Yeah.
Ever gotten that one?
Oh.
Well, it's a triple binary. It's this. The compound is the best in the industry. Our product is ground floor breakthrough and all this stuff. Yeah. We all know how well that works, don't we?
Right? We should just get buy now necklaces. Buy now.
Shh. Look at the shirt. It has the logo. Look at it.
That's awesome. So cool.
Man, thinking back to how I used to think compared to now, it's like night and day. And without this system, it's like I might still be where I was, who knows? But you know, I used to not know what value meant. Now it's like it's a part of me, and I can't not do it. You know, it's part of my soul now. I forgot how to pitch. So yeah, I mean,
It's actually a lot like having a conversation.
you know, and I've you know, it's interesting because the more my online presence grows, the more I get, and I guess it's just part of it. But I have people that friend request me, I accept, I get to know them, or at least I send a message saying hi, and the very first thing they say is they send me a picture of their product, they tell me how great the compensation plan is, they tell me I need to join today, you're going to be the next rock star. I'm like, I don't even know anything about you, you know? Would you go on a date with somebody and try to close them that date? No, you date them a few times, and then you get to know them, and you find out if they're a right fit. You don't go, bam, buy my stuff. But, you know, this, I do appreciate the courage and enthusiasm that people that do that, because at least they're in the game enough to actually take the action. So what we're all about is helping our fellow marketers succeed. And I love to live the dream because that was my first multi-company event, because My Lead System Pro is an MLM. It's not a business opportunity, and it's an education platform to help us build our MLMs. And so it was so fun having so many different companies represented, but because we're part of a family, we're all here to help each other, and it's like it didn't matter what company you were in. We're all family here, and I love that. I wasn't nervous at all. I was excited. I didn't know who Scott was at first because he didn't have his sunglasses. But other than that, it was a lot of fun.
Who are you?
Like, huh? What?
Chris, you don't recognize me, man?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Scott, give us a teaser, man. I want to hear some webinar secrets.
Yes.
Okay.
Give us a teaser, brother. What do you got planned? What can people expect if they go over to the group and look for that file? What are they gonna have? What are they gonna look to find?
Well, first off, I got in our secret group that you have to at least go ahead and try the 10-day trial, okay? And then boom, you get access to our group. Inside that group, just in the files located in the back there, there's a 25-point checklist that you have to have on every webinar. So that right there in itself, man, that's gold right there. Okay, and this is done by somebody that's making 6 figures a year. So I think the checklist that he gave us that was top secret and live the dream, I think that that's just a little teaser right there. Now,
Good stuff, absolutely.
you
Just give me the
definitely
first
gotta-
point. You got my attention here. I just want to hear the first one.
All right. So there's 5 steps to cashing in on webinars. Okay? I'll give you the first 2. The first step is creation and setup. Okay? Got to set it up. But the question is how do you set it up? What are you going to actually put into the actual webinar itself to make it successful? Because, I mean, you could just go ahead and throw up a capture page, but you have to know what correct words to say, phrases, what hooks, what bullets. It's very important. Step 2, promotion, getting registrants. How are we going to get people to come see our webinar? Well, check this out. Chris, I give you props, my friend, and I'll tell you why. Because my first webinar, zero. So I mean, and you had a max attendees, and I think you maxed it out. So
Yeah, I had the room limit was 25, and I ended up with 19.
okay, see, and I wasn't even on there. Sorry, man, couldn't be there. I was traveling.
It's all good.
But I cut the replay.
Hey.
Which, by the way, that will be in the back office in our YouTube channel. So.
Nice.
Yeah, that's where we're going to put all these trainings that we're doing. They're going to go all on the YouTube. They're going to go on the YouTube, our YouTube channel. So.
Sweet. Looking forward to it. Absolutely.
So that's what you can expect on the training. It's the webinar 5-point for success is going to be back there tonight, and it's about, give or take, 13 minutes of really just in-your-face content. And I'm here listening to my echo, and it's tripping me out. So.
I would do the same thing. We can hear you fine, so it's cool.
All right.
It's tripping me out, man. Like, to me.
That was quite a teaser, my friend.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to go look at
Right,
it.
man. Need some more coffee. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things about webinars that, I did mine last night, which for me, the main goal was just to do it. I didn't care if I made any money or not. I just wanted to do it. And dating as far back as I can remember, I had a dream of, which really ties into NLP really well, is I always had the fantasy or the dream or the goal, whatever, the vision of being up on stage and training my fellow marketers how to do the thing. And webinars, it's a really leveraged way to educate the people that register and come to you because they want to hear from you, and you teach them something that they didn't know before. They're more empowered, and you're automatically a credible expert because you're in front of the room. And so it's just like it's an outlet for you to live your passion. And I really didn't care if I screwed up, if it was glamorous, or if I did everything wrong. It was just the fact that people came because they wanted to learn something, and my responsibility and my obligation is to give them education that they didn't know before so they can be slightly better. Stay with me, guys, so we can be better every day.
I'm getting better and better.
Every day. You know, this is not a succeed overnight thing. You know, the current level that I'm at right now, it took me 5 years to get there. But someone that just knows me right now, it may seem like an overnight thing, but it took 5 years of hustling to do it. So I'm an overnight success. Well, not really a success, like whatever. But I've hit a new level overnight after 5 years.
The old iceberg thing.
So if your vision cannot be, I want to make money, because if that's all you're here for, you're not going to make it. Hate to burst your bubble, but if all you care about is to make money, you're going to fail. You're going to fail miserably. You have to care about people. You have to care about serving them. You have to care about empowering them. And only when you provide value to the marketplace will you get the money. And it's funny because a lot of marketers come from the place of pitching and selling, and they make nothing. When you come from a place of serving and adding value and becoming a leader, funny enough, when you give your knowledge away, that's when you make money. Go figure.
Funny how that works out like that.
And all three of us have been empowered to become leaders to do just that. And I tell you what, becoming the hunted versus the hunter, it completely changes things. It makes you want to show up instead of dreading it. You know, like I talk to people all the time that they have such a hard time prospecting. They don't know what to say. They don't know who to go find. Well, guess what? When you embrace attraction marketing and become that leader, you don't have that problem anymore. It may not be on day 1, week 2, month 1, but if you're consistent with the value and provide, and you become a benefit to the marketplace and not a pitchy machine, it actually, people come to you like a magnet.
Absolutely. It absolutely works. Like even just from the exposure I got, because it was crazy. Like right after the event, and all these people were posting all of their pictures, and I'd taken so many pictures with so many different people that like it just made people curious, really, really, really curious, and people just start reaching out to me. They start reaching out to all these other people, and it just became this. It still is that. Like you can still feel the buzz from the event in the community. Absolutely, we're still seeing the honey badger dance going along every day. That guy's out there working it out, you know, shaking it up like he's a rock star or something on stage. I love that dude. But yeah, you're totally right, Chris. I mean, when you do this right and you become the hunted, it's just so much easier. You have to say less. It just feels easier when people message you and they want to know about you and what you're doing, and it's been phenomenal so far up to this point.
Yeah, I had to give you that up, Miguel, because I watched your video on being vulnerable, about being uncomfortable, about saying certain things, and it takes a lot of courage to become vulnerable on a video and to share things that you may not necessarily feel, how do I want to say, you know, not exactly the first thing you want to advertise or publish, but by doing that, you give so much hope to somebody that feels the same way you do. And a lot of people are nervous to get on camera anyway, to begin with, but you becoming vulnerable, sharing your story, and getting real and being authentic and genuine, dude, keep that up, because that will draw people to you. You know, it's not about having it all together and having it all figured out and being this polished marketer. It's about being a real human being that can help people that are, you know, they see you as someone that can help them and get, and you know, all that kind of stuff. So I want to give you mad props for making that video. Number one, making videos, and number two, making a video being vulnerable, being real, being you, because that, being a real human being, is what will attract people to you. So keep that up, man.
Right on. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate that. I'll tell you, it took me a day and a half to post that video.
But you know what?
I did it finally, and I just said, to hell with it. I'm going to post it. Because I shot the video, and I started coming up with all these excuses about why I didn't like it, and like why it wasn't a good piece of content, and all this, and I was like, oh man, I don't know if I want to post this video or not. But you're totally right. You're totally right.
Think about
Miguel, that's what stops a lot of people, is just the fact that they totally are critical about themselves, and they just go ahead and they sit there and they procrastinate. And I don't know about you, but my first video I did, I must have did like 50 takes, because I was like, I'm like, oh my gosh, I must have blinked wrong on the last one. Oh, I stuttered the last word on the other one. Now I'm like doing videos and doing straight up uploads to Facebook, and you know, I just don't care as long as I get the message out.
Yep, that's it right there.
And think about this, Miguel, because you had several victories with that. One, it took courage just to make the video. Comfort zone, you won, comfort zone 0, and then it took you a day and a half to post it, which is perfectly fine. Comfort zone 0, Miguel 2, and think about this: because you weren't selfish, because you didn't hide your message from the world, you have inspired people that saw your video that if you were selfish and and didn't want to risk your image by keeping it offline. You know, you not only did you overcome your, not only did you get over your uncomfort zone several times in the process, but you inspired somebody that you may not have by risking your image and being not this polished, awesome marketer. So
Right.
you are what this profession is about, and I give you mad props.
Right on. Thank you. Appreciate it, guys. That feels so good to me. Honestly, it really was a step for me. And I'm totally serious when I say that. I mean, it was a huge step for me. And it was because, like, I think my marketing is good. I like my videos. I think they're good, but they're coming from the wrong place. Like, because I had kind of neglected that part of myself and that part of my story, I was missing the bulk of my story. I hadn't put that out there, so I was missing a great big chunk. And it was because, and like, this is embarrassing, but when I first came out, guys, onto the internet, I wanted to be Ray Higgin. I did. I really did. I'm not even joking with you, Chris. Like, I tried to, like, if you go and look at my profile picture, it's even really close to what he's got going on. And I shouldn't have been doing that. And I need to change that. I'm not even joking. Like, I need to get in there and change it and put something that's more authentically myself. And that's, making that video was a big step for me. So thank you. I mean, Chris, you kind of gave me that tip a little bit offhanded, but I really did consider it. I really did think about it. And it took me a little while. I had to go back through. I shot that video that same night, but I didn't post it for over a day because I was like, man, I don't know. I'm getting okay engagement with my page the way it is, and it wasn't even a marketing thing. It was more like an opening. Like, I have to open myself more, and I'm glad I did it. So thanks for saying that to me, for calling me out on that. I mean, that takes guts in itself to just say, hey, dude, look. If you want to do it like this, and just be honest. And I really appreciate a great tip like that, Chris. So thank you. I appreciate it, man.
No problem. And it's like John Maxwell said at one of the conferences I went to. He said, "I'm a leader, not a clown." I'm not here to tell you what will make you feel good, to candy coat things. I'm not going to be rude or anything like that. But if I see something that I've learned mindset-wise or whatever that I can help someone with, that I can help them overcome that mindset struggle, I might hurt their feelings. I hope not. I hope my delivery's good, whatever. But if someone's language is bad and not serving, as a leader, I have the obligation to call them out on it so that they can improve their language and therefore improve their life, you know? And your words become your reality, your thoughts become your reality. And I feel like I wouldn't be of service to anybody if I let them continue with that you know, tweak that they need to make. And I also want to give Scott props, because the cool thing about masterminds is that one member of the group might bring an idea that another member of the group does not have. He had a vision right out of Live the Dream to create the Dream Team group. And you know, throughout the event, I saw his heart. I saw the place where he was coming from. This guy is what the profession's all about. And so for him to put this group together and have this webinar and to impact even more people with the energy and momentum coming out of Live the Dream, I mean, if it wasn't for him taking action on a little nugget that he heard at Live the Dream, we wouldn't be here, and we may not be impacting as many people as we are now. So, Scott, it was uncomfortable for me taking compliments all weekend, I'll be honest, but I had to give you one. I have to give you credit for taking action and making this group, because who knows how many more people we'll collectively impact, and that's what this whole thing's about. So, boomski.
Thanks, guys. Thanks. You know, I just want to serve our group. I want to serve others. That's where there's so much abundance out there. I mean, people have this lack mentality, and you just got to know that the more people you help, the greater success you're going to have. So it's all for the masses out there that need help.
And we're the guys that are going to deliver it to them.
Thanks. Well, guys, we're at an hour now. So, any final thoughts? I haven't noticed any questions, so looks like we're good on the questions.
I mean, if you let me talk, this is going to go another 20, 30 minutes, so we just got to call it a night here.
I'm just saying, you know, I mean, I think that we did a really good first webinar hangout. There's going to be more. I can only imagine, you know, the scope of the topics that's going to come up and how we're going to develop trainings. And mark my words, guys, that, you know, this little idea of us and me being like, you know, Mikey from the Goonies going, guys, come on, we can do this. Come on, you know. This is going to be huge. And I mean, you just look, you know, history repeats itself. So I'm so excited for what's coming, because, you know, it's just inevitable. And I'm going to tell you, I'm having a time of my life, man. If I could go ahead and do this rather than just do my 12-hour shift on a construction site, I mean, seriously, is there any comparison?
Right. Right. Chunk loves Scott.
Hashtag Goonies. Yeah.
I had to do it, bro. I had to do it. I was like, no, he just did the Goonies. I love that show.
All right, guys. So if there's anything else, let it rip. Otherwise, we're going to call this one, the first one, a wrap. Are they good?
I'd like to just put out one final thought. Is
sure.
For your companies out there, it's not about the comp plan.
All right, Chris, you broke up.
Did I?
Yeah,
Hello?
You're going to have to start over. Rewind that from the beginning.
Oh, okay. I was in this place for years, and now that I'm in a different place, I want to pass this along to you. It's not about your comp plan. It's not about your product. It's not about the CEO. It's not about the company itself. This whole thing is about how you can empower other people and how you make them feel. The more people feel, the more of an impact emotionally you have on other people by just being there for them. No amount of third-party tools that share how ground floor or breakthrough the product is can replace how you make someone feel. So be there for them, be of service, come from the heart, not from the head, and you'll be amazed at how people will not only be attracted to you, but stick around.
Awesome. Miguel, parting last words?
That says it all, brother.
Okay, guys, so on the count of 3, we're going to go ahead and end this thing with I'm getting better and better. And for everybody that doesn't know, that's the way that they ended Live the Dream 6. And we are going to rock this until Live the Dream 7. So on the count of 3, here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. I'm
getting
better
and better. See you guys next time.
All right.